I just want to start off by saying thank you to the California Energy Commission and the amazing work and support that they do, because I don't think we would really be here having this conversation today like this if it wasn't for their very generous programs. Conectric is fundamentally a technology that enables buildings, the devices that operate within buildings and their systems, the people that occupy and use buildings, and then intelligent software and artificial intelligence to all be able to communicate and interact with each other in order to form smart building and the smart grid and smart city of the future.
Going back into the core fundamental problem is that there is a tremendous amount of waste in our energy system. Up to 50% of the energy that's being used by buildings today is really just wasted. So I wanted to find a way that we could get into all the existing buildings and drop that down. And really what that leads to is if you consume 50% less energy, you need to produce 50% less renewable energy to get to 100% carbonless energy system. And that's really the goal that we're trying to get at. In the future, we're going to have a really renewable energy system. And that renewable energy system is going to have some challenges because the way that the grid is designed is basically to control the supply. The grid system is designed to sort of ramp generators up and down so that you can always, when there's more demand in the system and people want to consume more energy, they just produce more energy. What we're doing with this data is we are giving that visibility into the demand side. We are presenting it in a way that allows a real-time matching of the supply and the demand. It's important because we want to get to an energy system that is 100% renewable energy. And you're not going to be able to do that unless you have control and visibility into both sides of the equation. So the potential for savings is very big, and it's actually comes in what we like to call stack value. So there's many different forms of savings that a user of a Conectric solution can obtain, starting with the obvious one, which is just reduced energy consumption. So when your machines and your air conditioning and all of your assets in your building are operating less, they consume less energy. And that's kind of the first step. Beyond that, really what we're doing is connecting buildings to the grid so that they're interactively connected to each other and integrated. And what that means is that buildings and software can sort of time shift when they're using energy so that it's optimized for the right time and the lowest cost. So when you get up to that level, you start to find that organizationally, there's a lot more ideas around how can we take this data to actually improve other aspects of our business. How do we make our employees more productive? How do we waste less on certain service providers and service vendors? How can we maintain our assets better? And what we want to enable with our Conectric technology is real-time data, real-time information about what the actual demand is of that system. And today, the way the market kind of approaches this is what's called master systems integration strategy. So the market tries to take a lot of different products that are solving specific problems and then tie them all together into an umbrella system. And that's very difficult because you have to deal with a lot of different vendors, you have to deal with a lot of different technologies. And really what we've said is you don't need to do that. You can essentially install one solution. We can get you all of these data points that you need in one solution. And so we have a lot of code and a lot of software behind our technology that enables these devices to be able to sort of communicate with each other without advanced programming or tools or running lots of wire. And so that's why we believe that Conectric is really the solution that you could kind of just walk into any building and plug stuff in and paste it up without having to touch the IT networks or the electrical systems or run wires through false ceilings and things that make it fundamentally inconvenient expensive and difficult. Bringing all of this together holistically, you're not just impacting the cost of operating the building, but you're really having a positive impact on the people that have to use it as well.